What's up, everybody? A few weeks ago, I invited anyone to ask any question they'd want from me regarding how to be happy, or regarding comedy, or our children's charity. And you may ask, why did I do that? Because I'm a glutton for punishment, that's why. Nevertheless, Nix1380 asked, who inspired you to do comedy? And I don't know, he's asking me to be funny. I look forward to disappointing you, Nick. Before I answer the question, I do want to apologize that it took me so long to answer the question. I even had someone under him in the comments named Pridhow say, hey, where's that talk? and I'm sorry, a lot going on in my life, but here we go. Now here's where I disappoint people, especially if they're comics, because this is where I would say, hey, Dave Chappelle, or insert comedian is who inspired me. But the truth is, no one. I have used humor like my entire life. I was voted in high school class clown and whatnot. And a lot of it was just because I used humor to deal with my own insecurities or my own struggles, as I had a difficult childhood. And yeah, my whole life people would be like, you should become a comedian. And I was like, but it wasn't until I started the children's charity that we run called the neversfoundation.org that, I don't know, society, and by society I mean social media, mostly Facebook, they'd be like, hey, you shouldn't make that joke if you're gonna run a children's charity. And I'd be like, what? Mind your business. But as much as I wanted to dismiss these people, because I wanted to make the argument that you don't have to be a religious person or even serious to make a difference in the world. And I wanted to also teach people, because I was really poor. I'm still kind of poor. But I wanted to teach people that you could make a little difference, and that little difference might be a huge difference to someone else. Arguably also, if everyone made a little difference, then we all would only have to make a little difference to make a difference in the world. But I didn't really know, I didn't want the message to be mitigated. So it was a difficult time for me. I didn't know what to do. I didn't want to change who I wanted to be, but I also didn't want to not help others. So as I'm between this rock and a hard place, because I don't want our message to be mitigated, but I also don't want to change who I am, and I bring it to the board to see what their opinions are, and they were kind of all over the place. Some of them thought maybe I should tone down the humor, and one of them was like, oh, maybe you should just become a comedian. And I've heard that my whole life, as I mentioned a little earlier. I was just like, you know what? That actually might be a good idea in this case. So I started the children's charity in 2013, stand-up comedy in 2014, and in a future video, I'll talk about how I started motivational speaking in 2015. Hopefully this answered your question, Nick. I'm sure you didn't think it was funny, so I told you I was going to disappoint you. If you want to ask any other questions, you can now notice that in our profile we have the question and answer theme, and I'm here for anything that you want, comedy, charity, especially anything that could help you be happy. Ask me and I got you. Thanks for watching.
Turn up the music.